What's up, everybody? This is Cha Cha Mystique, and you now tune in to Live at Radio. Welcome to part 3, the grand finale of my interview with new author Troy Reed about his book, I Never Met Alpo. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn, and enjoy the show. Then he passes away. You know what I'm saying? He passes away, and that was devastating. I think you did a great job illustrating all those different avenues, as well as what it meant to you when he was gone and different things like that. How hard was it to answer your phone? Because one of the things you're saying was that everybody's calling you, you on social media, you seeing all these things happening. You know, how devastating was for you to look at social media and see everybody saying the things that he said? Because not only was he a trending topic, he shut down the internet and every app, whether it was YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, even Clubhouse. I just joined Clubhouse at the time. I joined Clubhouse on October 21st. And that was like every room on Clubhouse had Alpo in the headline. So what was that? Was it like devastating for you? How did that make you feel in that moment?
Well, I didn't feel like, I don't pay attention to noise. He's Alpo. Noise come with him. The noise is there. It's going to always be there. So I didn't pay attention to the noise. To this day, I'm mad. I'm just mad. You know, emotions is there, but I'm more mad because I know what we sat on that visit for 10 years with a master plan. I mean, a master plan. And that master plan also did not have to do with a book, a movie, a script. The master plan was just, he's going to come out of there, man, and just be a successful person in life. That was our master plan. I was invested in him and he was invested in me. And that was our master plan. That's just what I wanted to see for him. And no one took that from him. He gave that away.
Was you disappointed overall?
Just mad, sis. He gave, who am I gonna be mad at? Because I can't be mad at the noise. They celebrate it. I can't be mad at it. It's noise. It's the force of who he was. It was a game. They won. That's all. But only because he threw in the towel. Not that somebody took it. Not but somebody took that one.
All right, so I'm about to get a little controversial.
Yes.
Do you feel like the person that they accused him of killing him actually killed him? Because word on the streets that it was too professional, too clean. You know, if you look at the monster truck, it looked like it eats other cars on the road. They was trying to say it was a drive-by situation. When you look at the pictures of it, the way the bullet holes was pierced through the windows, the glass, and it didn't shatter, especially when they were so close to each other. You know, the laws of physics and science would suggest otherwise. You know, you will have something shattered across the different things like that. Then he was a young boy, and all these. And then when he was in the hospital, how everybody thought that he was off parole and he's out of the Women's Protection Program, but they still held his body hostage. Things like that. All these different things.
Okay, say what you said.
Finish saying what you said. Okay, all these different things. It made it seem like, because everybody knows, nobody thinks it was a retaliation from Harlem or DC. Everything looked too professional, and then after he hit Harlem Hospital, the way the government came in and handled the body and the situation, do you feel like it's some kind of conspiracy there? Even if you don't want to elaborate on it, do you feel like it's more than meets the eye? It's not what the mass media is telling the people?
No. And the reason I say that is because I understand his 2 contracts. He had some serious contracts. And that main contract was with God, sis. And he stepped out of that contract. So there's just only one consequence for that contract. And he understood this. This is not me saying this. This is not me going off my notion. This is what me and him sat down and talked about. We know. I have audio of him knowing he knows this. You stepped out of that contract. So the consequences was going to be that young boy that did that to me was already in place. Because it could have been 1,000 other situations, 1,000 other people. It could have been 1,000 other reasons. But based off of me, from a spiritual perspective, that's for him and God. And it comes a time where if you violate God, as a child violates his parents, he may get punished. Or he may have to answer to stepping out of the agreement that a child has with his parent as he may have had with God. And I know this relationship existed between him and God. Because based off 10 years of listening to all the stuff he's been through, he has a bullet enlarged in his chest that sat there to this day. And all the stuff I've ever heard him say, and all the stuff we talked about, he knows this. And I just believe he got tired, he got weary, and he mentally started giving up, and his guard started dropping, and he put himself in a vulnerable situation, but he had to pay for that. And for that reason, I just say that that's for him and God. I don't believe in no theories. I don't believe in none of that because I know what I said. I know the contract that existed between him and God. And only God can remove him, me, or you, or anybody else from this earth.
I got a few more questions. I'm not going to hold you too longer.
Yeah, Paul Wall got a...
Yeah, we got a... Whiteboard Paul is in a building.
Yeah, we're going to get Whiteboard Paul
we're
on
gonna
camera.
we're going to get Whiteboard Paul. But, you know, we had to cover a lot because it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, this wasn't going to be a 30-minute. It couldn't have.
Yes.
You know, I want to go back to the Porter family just briefly, just real briefly. You know, have you spoken to the sister or any other members of the family, and how did that affect that relationship? Are you able to still, especially, you know, since he's been gone, and how your, because your relationship has progressed further than, you know, since the days of you was visiting him, and even the days when they saw each other at the Apollo and different things like that. Are you able to call the Porters now and have a great relationship?
Oh no, I've never spoke to them, and you know, I just respect whatever space that they in. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that I'm dealing with the op of that situation, the person that affected them. So, and because I knew the relationship that I developed with that person, you know, I totally had respect for their situation, because I knew the relationship that I developed with Big Bro, with Pope.
And
so,
okay, finish.
So, you know, there's no dealings there or nothing. But like I said, I just respect them. I just respect, you know, I respect their space. I respect them, and you know, for me, there's nothing there, but it's total respect for them.
Yeah, because again, Clubhouse, when we was reviewing your book, people felt like, you know, you showed a lot of loyalty to the Porter family, even though you was calling Alpo brother. Like, for instance, the leak footage, when you went over there and different things like that, people felt like it was good that you did do the apology video, but you didn't do nothing to remedy Alpo in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were suggesting maybe you could have threw up a clip of him saying, or showing his remorse to counteract the raw storytelling of how he went about killing Rich Porter, or something of that effect to not only be loyal to Rich or be sincere to Rich family, but also still be loyal to. It's almost like you left him out to dry. Almost. That's what they're saying.
I mean, you gotta remember, the noise is gonna always say I will never be able to satisfy the noise. So I can't set out to satisfy the noise. It's noise and it's opinions and it's opinionated. I could only do what I thought was best. And that apology video was what I thought was best. So the first thing was, you know, me and Poe set out to do something. So if it may have affected them, then let me apologize towards them. But then on the same thing, Poe saw my apology video before I even put it out. He was okay with it.
No,
so,
I think
so for that reason,
it's not about him being okay with it. It's just, you know, even though he was okay with you doing the video, but then he's looking like, oh, he really don't care. After all these years, he really don't care. Or it was nothing to remedy his side of the situation.
Well, that's what's coming.
Okay.
And back then, that was what was supposed to come.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to get right on there and do that because I knew I had that already. I already knew I had his whole story. Yeah. So at that time, it was for us to go on there and we'll address that when we get ready to do this. But at that time, he asked me, "Little bro, could you put that on hold for a second?" And that's when I just said, "All right, big bro, do you?" I put it on hold. I won't do what I'm gonna do, but go ahead and do you. So that's what slowed that up. He asked me, "Can I put that on hold?" And I said, "Yeah." But now people will get to see that in the next month. They will get to see that whole video the way it was originally supposed to come out.
Yes. So he passes away. You're angry, and you send him a text message.
Oh yes.
Can we get a little bit of that? Yes. Can I read it? Don't do me like that. I want to see it. Yes. Damn, I want to take I want to screenshot and take a picture. Can I get it?
With the text?
Yes.
I'll send it to you so you can post it. Because I got to go look for it.
Wait, I want to read it. I can't read it.
I would have to look for it.
Oh my God. Exclusive. I bet you them didn't do that. Shit.
I'm going to send it to you because I would have to look for it. You sure?
You can't type his name in and look in the search bar.
Let me see.
Going like that. Type his name in the search bar.
Oh, I got it under Big Bro.
Yes, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. And we got White Boy Paul. It don't get no better. Cause I was thirsty. I thought you was gonna put it in there and everything. You being a good sport.
Yeah, I gotta look at it. I gotta.
Oh.
It's not coming up under Big Bro. But when I find it,
I'll give it to you. Albert or whatever. Put something. Shoot. I want to see that. I'm actually want to read it. Yeah. And thank you everybody for tuning in right now. And watching it, and it's incredible. We trying to get it, you know. Hopefully we don't. I can read it to you right now, but if not, I'm definitely gonna have it to you later on, and it's gonna be at the end of this video. But hell yeah, we need to see that because I know you was talking shit and you was frustrated, and it's pain and it's love and it's all those mixed emotions. Different things like that. Yes, look for that shit.
I'm gonna find it.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be at the end of this video, and I'm gonna read it. I kind of wanted you to read it because I want it in your voice because it'll make it even more special for that. And we're gonna have it for you guys. Trust me. Oh, I'm on his ass with it. I'm telling you. I'm pulling up on him. I'm pulling up. Yes. So now the book is out. Yes. The book is amazing, amazing book, cover to cover. Please, you can get it in Amazon. They got a downloadable version, and you could get the cover copy of it all. You have to do it. You know, it's gonna have you in an emotional wreck. I was crying, I was laughing, I was doing all these other things, and he illustrates the story so well with his words. You have to write more books. I think that's really your niche.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now, you know, throughout the book, it was back and forth, paperwork, non-paperwork, different things like that. is it okay? Like it will be a legal thing. Everything is gonna be fine legally with you putting out the interview and his biography. Are you putting out his biography?
No, I'm not putting out his biography. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on with the situation. I spoke to his son a few times, and I know they're trying to do what they're trying to do with it. So, I just tell them whatever they need me for, whatever they need me to get behind, I'm there for them. You know what I'm saying? In any way, whatever I got is theirs. So, it's what it is. So, what I'm doing is just what I'm doing. What I set out to do when he was alive, when he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And my best interest has always been Big Brother's interest. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I spoke to his family, I spoke to his son, and, it's what it is.
Yeah, and I hope everything works out, and this will be a great look. I mean, you did a great job with your book, because it's not even an autobiography of him. It's his experience dealing with Albert versus Alpo. And I like the fact that you spent the first part of the book really putting it in his words and discussing things that people didn't see at all.
Yes.
People like a Hassan Campbell or King Erna, they go out on their platforms and they view him as this big monster, and it's so great that you was able to shed light on the opposite side. Millions of people will now know the human side of Albert, of Alpo, and different things like that. So what's next?
Right now is just, like you said, I gained a new love to write books, so I might, the next book that I will write will be like Street Stars and the journey of street stars and how I started that, and a little bit of my background mixed with street stars. And, because I have amazing stories, not only just with Alpo, with so many other people that I've been on those visits with. And then more so, like I said, just the journey that I went on, to help create that urban market that we now know as urban media. And that was a heck of a journey. When I look back now, it's like, man, I remember this, I remember that. Oh man, people knew this if they knew that. So it's kind of like, after this book here, after it settles down, I'll jump right into that.
Yes, I can see you do it. You know what I can see you do it too? You should have your own company that hones in or grooms young producers and documentarians.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Because, and that's what that goes back to the introduction of the book.
Yeah.
Because I don't know none of the people. You and anybody else, I know before this. But I just felt, let me put them in the book. Let me make them a part of this book.
Yeah, and I'm just saying this again because I'm just to make sure that we caught the first thing, because it kept going in and out. That's why I got you on the regular cameras, so it won't be no issues. The dedication and everything like that. A lot of people did feel like, especially with Hassan Campbell. I mean, Gully TV, no. Sub-Zero, no. Sub-Zero is actually from here too, but particularly those two, especially with King Erna, because he disrespected his moms and sisters and things like that. So, a lot of people was looking at you side-eye, especially like in Clubhouse. You know how long Clubhouse rooms was? 3 days and hours, okay? Because I would read the chapter, and then we talk about the chapter, and it won't. I had to tell them, all right, let's get back to it, because it would not stop. It would not stop. So that was definitely a concern, and to make sure I want to send a shout out to Death of the Cloud Chasers, and I do want to send a shout out to Gotti Gang, Bullets Gotti. Hopefully next book you'll make the dedication next time, Bullets Gotti. But shout out to Death of the Cloud Chasers. They my peoples. But people did feel weird because, and I understand the politics of it all. I really do. These are platforms regardless. You are marketing a product, which is I never met Alpo, so but because it's Alpo and because we know what their stance on, like every chance they get, they trying to be disrespectful, and even to the point where disrespecting his mother after they passed away. So a lot of people looked at you sideways, like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So can you tell them one more time, what was the purpose of you putting them in a dedication that had everything to do with Alpo?
Mm-hmm. Well, the story was about my relationship with Alpo. It's not like I put him in a book that was Alpo's book. So, and then like I told you before, when I chose to put them in a dedication page or acknowledgement page, was because they're part of black media, and this is our stories. And I, as I said to you before, was totally impressed with the platforms that exist out there. And even if I didn't put you in the book and I still come across your platform, I'm impressed with your platform. I'm impressed that you guys don't have to go through nobody but to wake up and be Warner Brothers, Fox News, NBC News, ABC News. That is impressive to me. And I have a different motive of why I'm impressed, because as I told you, when I started 15, 20 years ago, I had to go from city to city, state to state. There was no social media. There was no black platforms to spread news. You went into that town, you put up 1,000 posters, and if you got some radio play, which I couldn't afford back then, you would try your best to buy an ad in the Source magazine, or Dove magazine, or Double XL, which would cost thousands of dollars. But you guys are able to wake up and move the clock and move things. And I respect that platform. And for that reason is why I showed the love to the bloggers and the digital platforms and whatever they call themselves and whatever it is, because as an African black man, I'm impressed with that. And if I didn't put your name in the book, I wanted to shout everybody that wakes up every day and says, yo, I ain't trying to go write a deck and pitch a deal to Hollywood. I'm going to jump right on my phone and jump on YouTube, Instagram, and social media, and I'm going to do my own thing. And if you got 500 followers, that means you got 500 people that see your vision. And I respect that. So that's what that page was about. It had nothing to do with one's opinion about the subject that I was writing about. Those are two different things. One was at the beginning of the book, a separate page. It was a separate page for just this black excellence and black media. And the rest of the book was about my right-hand man. That's all that was. So I can understand somebody seeing that as a semantic and paying attention, but my mind is a little bit bigger than that. And as I told a couple other brothers that I did interviews, the battle is not between and amongst y'all. The battle is with that corporate machine that won't let you in, or that corporate machine YouTube that controls everything you do. Find your way to get from up out and under them once you build up your audience. Once you get your audience to over 1,000 people, start finding ways. And the first way is everybody on YouTube should have a subscription channel where people come and they pay you directly instead of going to YouTube. So you can eventually sell your own ads. You can bring in income at the same time, and you can eventually control your own destination. If you want to curse, you can curse. If you want to do this, you can do this. If you want to say whatever you want to say, you control your destination. We don't have to get up under people anymore. And that's the good thing about the digital world. Everybody could be a cowboy.
And you knew that for a long time, and you was trying to tell Alpo that too. Yes. He didn't understand it.
He didn't understand it.
Yeah, and I understand, you know. I still have my little pettiness, but I get it. Yeah. I'm petty, but I get it. Right. I get it. That's why I'm not totally mad at you. Right. But all of y'all, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yes. This was amazing. I want to get to Whiteboard Paul, but before we do, right, can you tell us a story about Alpo, a short story about Alpo that didn't make the book?
That didn't make the book? A story about Alpo. Man, we got so many. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. A short
one, because I know, you know, I held you hostage this whole time.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have one. I would have to hear something and then something would trigger.
All them nights I spent in Texas, all them big booty girls up there, you ain't got one?
Well, I put the night when he was in the car, sleeping in the car, that was a funny one. I was like, wow. But, nah, he just was, you know, what I would say about Poe is, man, is he was amazing. He was like I told a few other people I did interviews with, in my lifetime, I probably won't get the opportunity to meet another person like him. That's all I could say. It's like, I most likely won't get, or anybody that ever came in his contact, to meet a person like him. And that's just how special and different he was. and he was real. And he didn't lie. He was real.
Yeah, and I said that in another interview. One thing you can never say, he lied to you, Jack. I got even better. Pretend I'm Alpo.
Okay.
I know I got lipstick and all
That's
that.
all right. Let's go.
Right? What would you say to me?
What would I say to you if he was Alpo?
Right now. After everything that done happened, I done Michael Jackson Thriller my ass out the fucking grave. I fucking electric boogie over here, and I sat next to you right now. What's up, little bro?
What would I say to you? I would say, you the stupidest nigga. I would curse him out. I would curse him out. I don't want to curse, but I would curse him out. I would just curse him out because he would, you know, I'm still mad at you, brother. I'm still mad. I would just curse him out, and it would be a curse out from love. Like a curse out just of love. Like, you know, we it's not like we did everything. We had the most, man, we had some fun times. But I would just curse him out because, man, he was something special, man. He was something special. And I would just curse him out. I don't have to say I love you. I don't have to say none of that. I don't have to do that because you know it's there. But I would just curse him out because, you know, see, come on, I ain't doing that with you right now. Ladies and gentlemen.
I almost had him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we out of here, man.
You need a tissue, nigga.
I might need one.
You need a tissue.
I might need one, but that was my man, man. That was my man. And I would just curse him out. Curse him out, we would laugh, and he would go, I know little bro, I know little bro, I know little bro. I know little bro, I know little bro. That's what you say, I know little bro, I know little bro. Because he don't want to hear it. So he just said, I know little bro, I know little bro. And that's it, man. And he was something special, man. And we ain't gonna see him again. We ain't gonna see him
until we get to the other side.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know we had a few hiccups, but I couldn't ask for a better interview. You know, I want to thank you for your bravery because not a lot of people wouldn't do that because they too busy concerned about what everybody else was said. And just like you was concerned about him walking in your truth, I salute you for walking in yours. Yes. And I want that text message.
Oh, you got that? No, I want to give it to you. You can have it. You can see it.
Because I'll pull up.
Yeah.
Tell them about me. Tell them about me. I pulls up. My pull-up game is strong.
I believe you.
All right.
Yes, sis.
But we got to get to
yes.
Whiteboard Paul real fast. Yes.
Come on over here, Whiteboard Paul.
Bring your white ass over here. Come over here. Whiteboard. You want to switch seats. Ladies and gentlemen, if you read the book, this is Whiteboard Paul, y'all.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing?
Yes, let me make sure we record it. Yeah, we doing good. So, yeah, Whiteboard Paul. So, can you tell us your experience with Alpo?
It was good. First night I met him, came down to the spot, saw I brought him down, and he gave me a big hug and pound as if he knew me for a while. He was like, I heard a lot about you. And I was like, I heard a lot about you too. He's like, come on, let's go in. And then we went in the spot and that was it. The rest was history.
Yes. You know? Did this give you like a culture shock dealing with him? I'm not saying like with black people. No, I'm not saying that. White people should chill out. I'm talking about the way he was with people and having to see that.
He just showed a lot of love to people. He showed me a lot of love, you know, and that was it.
Yeah. So
tell him how when you met him. Like tell him like
don't get all shy. Don't get all shy.
No, that was it. You know, we was outside the spot, and like I said, he gave me the big hug and pound. He told me he heard a lot about me. Troy, you know, told him about me, and I brought him in there. This is tough for me.
No, tell him how you used to call him and be like, yo,
you know, we was trying to take a ride. I called him a few times to come out. We was gonna last time I saw him, his bike was in the shop, and he's like, it'll be out in 2 weeks. I reached out to him, and I didn't hear from him, so I called Troy up. I said, yo, you heard from Poe? He's like, I spoke to him a week ago, you know, give him a call again. I said, you know, I'll give it like another week. I'll reach back out because I know he wanted to take a ride on the bikes, and it just never happened then. You know, it just never happened. And that was the last I seen him.
Tell me about the time, the last time he was in Ipex. We all met that morning.
Oh,
I left to college. Ask him that.
All right, so how was it the last time you guys met?
The last time I saw Cole, and I left the car, he yelled at me.
Okay,
But
so
you
Oh,
left.
no, that wasn't the last time.
Yeah.
The last time was when we were at the bar.
No. That morning that you and your man came and met me at iPix, I got on a plane the next day to Cali.
Oh, when you left.
I left.
That's when you left to Cali, yeah.
But that morning when he came and how he was, tell him that.
oh yeah, the and that's in the book too.
Yeah.
So the scene at the part in iPix where Troy is about to leave to Cali, what was that moment like? Seeing Alpo and how was that experience for you? And what happened?
It was cool because I already knew him from. I already met him. So when I pulled up, he was happy to see me. Again, gave me the big hug and pound, and we were all just chopping it up. Troy was trying to get him to go to Cali. He's like, "Come out to Cali with me." And he was like, "I don't know," give him the run around, and that was it. It was cool. We was having a nice conversation, the three of us. And my other friend was with us too, so he met him for the first time, and we had some nice conversation.
So
that was through the whole pandemic too.
And he's a bike head, so
Yeah,
what are some of the things?
I wasn't even riding at that time. I didn't even have a bike, or I didn't have a bike yet. And I said, I'm gonna get me one of those. And then that's when he told me he had a Harley. So I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to get a Harley. And then he's like, well, once you get it, he goes, we'll take a ride. And I tried reaching out to him, and then that was it. Like I never heard from him again. That was the last time. I think that was the last time I seen him. One of the last times I seen him.
So when you heard he passed, how did that make you feel?
I didn't know if it was true or not. Somebody was texting me stuff that was like on the internet. So I'm looking into it. Like I said, I guess it's true. I didn't want to start calling Troy up. It was the middle of the night type thing. Or maybe, it was like the next morning I think I heard. So it was like early morning for you out there on the West Coast. And I'm sure he got 1,000 phone calls already. So I gave it a couple days before I reached out to Troy. And then, I found out it was true, this and that. And it was a little upsetting, because I knew him and he showed me love, He showed me love.
Did you hear about him before you met him? Like,
yes.
I
knew the whole story. I saw things online, and when that movie came out back in the day, Paid in Full, and
which was Walt Disney. Weird shit.
His name rang bells,
Yeah. So how do you feel when, after all the myth and the urban legends and stuff like that you hear before you met him, when you saw him for the first time, what was that feeling like?
Wow.
Like, is this that?
Yeah, I was like, shit. I'm like, it was it was
and
different.
You hear the motorcycle in the background.
Yeah.
That's him.
It was a little different. It was a little different to be around him like that for a minute when I first met him. But we established a nice friendship between us through Troy and whatnot, and everything was cool. We was cool. We was cool with each other. He would hit me up. I would hit him up, this and that, and he would want to go out. Let's meet at the spot, whatever. And that's what we did. He wasn't really much of a drinker, and we would just chill out, see the ladies or whatnot. So yeah, it was good. We used to have some fun.
Now,
I was with him a handful of times. We hung out a handful of times. Troy was with us, so it was fun.
Okay, so knowing everything I'm gonna ask you just like I asked Troy. If I was to Michael Jackson Thriller walk over here, pretend I'm Alpo, and I'm coming from the grave from the other side, and what's up, Whiteboard Paul? What would you say to me?
What's wrong with you, Paul? Why? I was just asking why. Why'd you go back down that path? Why? It's hard to leave that. It's hard to leave that life behind. That's another thing, is that might only be what he knew and what he was used to after being, in the system for that many years. He came home and came back to the roots, and then just started getting back into the game like that, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
Yes, we got a 2-for-1 special today. Yes. So I'm gonna close this out. I want to thank everybody that was tuning in with us today. I couldn't ask for a better interview. Such a classic, legendary situation. Shout out to Troy Reed. If you haven't already, please go read I Never Met Alpo. You're gonna love it. Cover to cover, it's gonna pull on your heartstrings. It gives you an in-depth, great illustrated stories about the real Alpo, the real Albert. You know, not the monster that these other bloggers be talking about. I mean, I get the politics behind it or whatever, but, you know, hopefully this time, you know, you relax your emotions about somebody that you really don't know. And I hope you open up your minds and, most importantly, your heart, and get to know this person and who is that man behind the myth. I really want you to really search for that. Who is the man behind the myth? Because quiet as kept, he's no different than you. He breathes, lives, and thinks just like you. You make mistakes too. So I hope that you provide a little bit more grace, just the same as much grace as you will want for yourself. And with that being said, hit that subscribe button. Press that like, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about the presentation. And if you read the book, tell us how you felt about the book in the comment section below. Hit that notification bell so you can get all our interviews as we post it. And with that being said, peace, love, light, and more life. Definitely pole life. And we up off this. See you later.
was a